Stop. So we're the founding member of the Cave Clan.
There you go.
This is Dougo. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, I'm Dougo of the Cave Clan, as you just said. One of the co-founders of the Cave Clan. We're going down Maze today. With a bit of a look.
Bit nervous. Yo, so we've made the drive to the Anzac Tunnel, and here we're going to do a bit of exploring. Bit nervous, to be honest. Maybe not so much exploring, more so just like having a look at it. So this is where they had all their like events, like people had parties there, and just crazy shit went on. And it's also the most well-known one, and it's meant to be like all of Melbourne, so it can connect everywhere. So it'd be cool to just have a suss, see what it's like. So sort of found a tunnel, but not sure where this thing actually is, so I'll keep you updated. This fucking Scenesy is struggling. He cannot find this thing. But look at the view. Fucking hell. I've made it to the Anzac Tunnel. There is not a chance I'm going in there. It is full of water. I reckon like you can make it in there, but if I fall, I'll absolutely be soaked. It's pretty sick, to be honest. So it leads all the way under the city, and there's plenty of entrances, but it's pretty cool. It's just crazy how like so many stories I've like never heard of this before, speaking to like a few people into exploring, speaking to my cousin. Now you're seeing things like this and like taking me all the way across from probably back home. Yeah, I'm not going in one of those tunnels by myself. I think I need an expert with me. When I'm with you, I don't wanna be with you. So we're walking in, where are we?
Hawthorne Park somewhere.
And we're going
to the Maze Drain. The Maze.
the biggest drain in Melbourne. Allegedly. And we're dressed like we're going to rob a bank. But it'll be... G up.
You guys want to go jub?
Beginning of the drain. Ryan's ready. He's nervous though. He's not fitting in this.
No, definitely not.
Nice. Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I've been doing it since like, I don't know, like 97.
No, oh, I wasn't born then.
95, 96, was it? 94, 95, 96? No, 95, 96, I'd say 97.
No worries, man.
We've entered the drain. Let's see how we go. Bit nervous. They're filming a doco in here.
Check the camera. Check the camera.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, you see this?
Look at that camera. Jesus.
Heavy duty gear, that.
They got Steven Spielberg on this one. Best drain in a tunnel in Melbourne to skate down. Oh, you can't see a thing. Wow. That is sick. Whoa.
This is the mains. We used to call it upper mains. Later on we'll be going the lower mains. We'll probably spend the next hour in the upper mains.
Ryan, go in there, go in there. Surely. That is sick. So we're walking down this tunnel and it is huge. How long do you think this is going for?
No idea, but I think it loops all the way around. So one side pops out in the Yarra. Fuck knows where we're going right now.
So, one thing you'll learn, that we name everything, but we don't put a lot of thought into things we name. This we call the triple split. I can explain to you why we call it triple split. Because there's three. I won't explain it. Oh yeah, that's the guest book there. So all those, they eventually get covered over, but it's bound to happen. But you can see this one was probably set up in 2012. That's not that old, but it's old enough. And you see every time someone visits, which I've got a marker, I should put it up before we go. Yeah, so this tunnel, maybe 15 minutes to get out. And then
One level of water would be coming down.
it would probably be like the first bit would probably only be, it sounds worse than it is normally, probably like up to your ankles or something. And then another wave, as it comes in from joining tunnels, you get wave after wave. I only know this from wading outside the tunnels. I've been caught in it once or twice.
We're here 15 minutes to get out.
Once the water.
Depends how long the tunnel it is. It depends where you are.
Yeah.
I tried explaining it once recently. This is a good one because the water's coming from upstream. But if we were the other way around, if the water was going that way, so we just came in the entrance with the flow, well, we wouldn't hear the rain coming because the tunnel's only a few hundred metres away. We'd only hear the water once it hits the tunnel. So we've got, whereas this tunnel goes for kilometres and kilometres, so you can hear it coming. Yeah, because the sound travels through the
Scary sound,
tunnel.
I can hear it from time.
And sometimes it's just someone's just like running a hose, washing their car and the water. But this sound, it scares the shit out of you because the last thing you want to hear is
For sure.
running. You have to add into it. This place is called the Dodgy Deals. The reason it's called the Dodgy Deals is when we first came up here, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like probably VHS players. That's how old I'm talking. That's how far back I'm talking about. Where you're standing, it was like all these electrical goods, like video players and cameras and that. And we're like, that's really weird, And we thought, that's strange. We didn't take them, and we thought, I think we'd come on the train. And we thought, we might come back with a car. And we came back that night, and they were gone. And it hadn't rained or anything, so they weren't washed away. Then we came back a second time, and there was all these boxes of scotch and alcohol and shit. And looking at them, there was all broken glass in the boxes and that. So then we thought, hang on, someone's doing smash and grabs and hiding the shit down here until the things cool down. Then we came back and there was some of the older people might remember the puffer jackets when they were really popular. Not the ones that people wear nowadays, but back in the 90s or whatever, there was these really, homeboys loved them. They were worth a couple $100. There's a pile of them here. And anyway, eventually we found out, I know who it was, but obviously I can't mention it, but it was that. They were breaking into places and stashing it. So we call it Dodgy Deals because there was even graffiti on the wall, like where they were adding up what things were worth, which has all been painted over now. So that's why it's called Dodgy Deals. One of the awards, the night finishes with the Golden Plenty, which is award for the person who's put the biggest year in. They have like the best first year.
In what regard? Like, what do you mean?
Exploring.
Okay, yeah.
In the cave clan. So if you join the cave clan, even if you've been doing it for 10 years, once you join a cave clan, you're considered a first year explorer. So you could win an award. So the best first year explorer wins an award. And we have an award night where people come from all over Australia. There's normally about 200 people there.
Oh, so like Cape Town, there's people all over Australia?
Yeah. And some come from overseas too.
Yeah.
This next one's going to be the 40th anniversary. So they're normally bigger because we do them, we change it around a bit.
How do they judge it?
So people just nominate during the year, they'll be going, like with first year explorer, I'm using that as an example, so he'll say, what's your name? Ryan, we'll nominate Ryan, so they'll nominate you, and then the voting period starts and peers vote for you.
Based on what? Based on like mad bases of you?
Yeah, just how, whether they like you, whether you're sociable, whether you're good at exploring, whether you find new locations, just everything. You're just the best overall first year. They have things like biggest mistake. So if you stuff up during the year, you'll get nominated and then people vote on it. Best individual effort, best group effort.
What do you mean biggest mistake? As in you get caught being somewhere or something like that?
Whatever the mistake is, anything that's a mistake.
What awards have you won?
Sorry?
What awards have you won?
What have I won?
Yeah.
Oh my God, in 30 odd years, I've won biggest gob off, which is the person who talks shit the most. I don't think I've won biggest coward. We have biggest coward for people that are scared of things. I've won heaps. I've won gold. I won like gold a few times. Most of mine were when there weren't that many people in it, but
Oh, humble. That's too humble.
most hardcore is one that people like winning. That just means, you go further, you crawl up that side tunnel to see if that light's a manhole. You climb things, like just hardcore explorer.
Is it mostly caves, or would you be doing like abandoned buildings?
Everything. It's everything. We're called Cave Clan, but we do anything. We do all. Like we do. Some people in the group do roof topping, infiltration, meaning getting into train tunnels and anything that you consider urban exploration. Cave Clan does. We're just more known. Originally, we were going to just do mines and drains and things like that, so we call ourselves Cave Clan. But over the years, it didn't take long before even then we were still exploring abandoned stuff that we came across.
That's UFO, and this is his stickers. We're gonna put his sticker on somewhere. Look at this artwork. Talented. We need a UFO. He's with us. He's with us. All the new explorers. Look at this.
Hang on, I'll tell
Crystals.
Yeah, have a listen and see if you hear any. And you could actually climb up through the manhole into an op shop, which is so, it was bizarre. When we first did it, we sort of lifted it off and we saw a shoe rack. And we thought, shit, what is someone's house? And that stuff doesn't happen. It might happen in, movies in New York City. But none, our drains don't join up to anything. But so it was quite a highlight. Like people would come up and, there's stories of people going up into the op shop after hours, shopping, buying stuff and leaving money on the counter, and then climbing back down the manhole and showing the manhole, and then the staff coming in, imagining the staff coming in on Monday and going, why is this money out here? But eventually, so it was a cool feature. Like, obviously it's up there now, it's been demolished. But we came here one day and the whole of the drain, someone has emptied the whole friggin' shop into the drain. They just poured, it was just full of clothes and shoes, everything. The shop was then, we went and had a look and the shop was empty. So yeah, there's dickheads everywhere. The memories. One day, me and this guy Misfit, we got to the entrance of this drain and we could hear voices coming from up the tunnel. So we just turned our torches off and just, you do this thing, you just walk without your torch and run your hand along the wall. And we got right up to them, and it was in this tunnel, so I don't think that's to do with it. But we got up and there was like as many as there are here, people here, but they were all like 14 or 15. And we walked up and we were literally, like they were all just talking and doing stuff, and we literally walked through the middle of them. They didn't notice us because they all just had tiny torches and they were riding on the wall. And then we just got to the other end and we just turned the torches on and we just went, and they all shut themselves and ran. I shouldn't, you know, it was the 90s. And they all ran all the way out, screaming, and they were really young, felt really bad. Not really, but Miss and I went to a drain. We'd seen like footprints and stickers. I thought, someone's been here probably today. Then we went to the next drain, which was God, where we got in a manhole. It was a lot harder to get into, and we saw stickers and Badland stickers and graffiti and footprints. I thought, shit, that's so weird. We've gone to the same two drains I went to. Then we came to this drain, and we could hear voices. So we thought, oh shit, there's people up here, let's do our funny gag. And they were at Dodgy deals, and so we snuck up and we did that thing to scare them. We went up and we went, ah, and these guys were just like, hey dude, all these guys with tattoos, drinking beers, you know, like totally, the exact opposite to the story with the 14-year-old kids. And yeah, we became really good friends, went to a few parties, and yeah, that's how we met them, trying to scare them, but yeah.
So we're leaving the tunnel. What are your thoughts?
Back to civilization. Might take my eyes a bit to adjust.
Yeah. How long were we in here for? A few hours? A couple of hours?
Couple of hours, yeah. Doug's been telling us tall tales.
Yeah, a lot of stories. A few people dying in here. Yeah. Crazy. You'll hear it. Well, you would have heard a few of the stories in the vlog, but geez, look, we've made it at the entrance. Oh, it's good to get out of here. So we're leaving the cave clan exploration. I'll definitely be back. I've got something on, but Ryan's gonna film the rest. They're going to the waterfall, I think, and it looks pretty exciting. So I'm gonna get straight back out of here. I'm gonna hit the road, but that was very fun. I'll definitely have to do one of those again.